Hello everyone, I am Nivedita Jena from Ambika Prasad Research Foundation. Welcome to all of you to our channel Biodiversity and Conservation. So today we are going to discuss about the wetland medicinal flora. Wetland. So wetlands are areas where water covers the soil or is present either at or near the surface of the soil all year or for varying periods of time during the year, including during the growing season. And water saturation largely determines how the soil develops and the types of plant and animal communities living in and on the soil. And wetlands may support both aquatic and terrestrial species. The prolonged presence of water creates conditions that favor the growth of specially adapted plants like hydrophytes and promote the development of characteristics wetland hydric soils. And these wetlands are categorized into many types. The wetlands vary widely because of regional and local differences in soils, topography, climate, hydrology, water chemistry, vegetation, and other factors, including human disturbance. Indeed, wetlands are found from the tundra to the tropics and on African continent except Antarctica. And two general categories of wetlands are mainly recognized. One is coastal or tidal wetlands and inland or non-tidal wetlands. So the coastal wetlands are found along the Atlantic, Pacific, Alaskan and Gulf Coast. They are closely linked to our nation's estuaries where seawater mixes with fresh water, form an environment of varying salinities and the salt water and the fluctuating water levels due to tidal action combine to create a rather difficult environment for most plants, and consequently many shallow coastal areas are unvegetated mud floods or sand floods. Some plants, however, have successfully adapted to this environment, and certain grasses and grass-like plants that adapt to the saline conditions from the tidal salt marshes that are found along the Atlantic Gulf and Pacific coast. And mangrove swamps with salt-loving shrubs or trees are common in tropical climates such as in southern Florida and Puerto Rico. And some tidal freshwater wetlands form beyond the upper edges of tidal salt marshes where the influence of salt water ends. And then coming to the inland or non-tidal wetlands, these are the most common on floodplains along rivers and streams. In isolated depressions surrounded by dry land, for example, playas, basins, and potholes along the margins of lakes and ponds, and in other low-lying areas where the groundwater intercepts the soil surface or where precipitation sufficiently saturates the soil. And inland wetlands include marshes and wet meadows dominated by herbaceous plants, swamps dominated by shrubs, and wooded swamps dominated by trees. And certain types of inland wetlands are common to particular regions of the country. And Many of these wetlands are seasonal and particularly in the arid and semi-arid waste may be wet only periodically. And the quantity of water present and the timing of its presence in part determine the functions of a wetland and its role in the environment. And even wetlands that appear dry at times for significant parts of the year, such as vernal pools, often provide critical habitat for also wildlife adapted to breeding exclusively in these areas. So here are some wetland flora which are medicinally important we are going to discuss. So first one is Ammonia basifera. This species belongs to the family Lythraceae, and it is widely distributed in India. Basically, annual herbs found in wet places such as marshes, river banks, rice fields, etc., and rarely found in permanent water. The stems are of this species, decumbent or erect, cymes is compact and globose, flowers are reddish brown, and the fresh leaves have been used in skin diseases as a rubefacient. It is used locally in medicine as a counter irritant and considered to be poisonous. And the leaf juice with honey is given in empty stomach to cure typhoid, and also the leaf paste with common salt is applied on the affected areas to cure skin diseases such as scabies, ringworm, skin itching, etc. Then the Alternanthera sessilis, this species belongs to the Amaranthus family, and it is also widely distributed throughout India, and the terrestrial plant found in seasonally waterlogged soil, but particularly common at the edges of tanks, rivers, canals, and ditches. The flowers of Alternanthera sessilis are white, small, in dense globose heads, as shown in this picture. And in Southeast Asia, the young shoots and leaves are eaten as a vegetable. The leaves are eaten usually with fish, and in Congo, eaten cooked in Malaya and cooked with rice in Indonesia. In Nigeria, it is used to relieve headache and dizziness and is considered to be a viable treatment for snake bites and to stop the vomiting of blood. In Taiwan, it is often combined with other medicinal herbs to treat bronchitis, asthma, and hepatitis. And in Thailand and Sri Lanka, the leaves are boiled and ingested to treat hypertension. The plant enhances secretion of milk in new mothers, and it is used as a remedy for against intestinal cramps, diarrhea, and dysentery, and externally as a cooling agent to treat fever. Then coming to the Scinomine aspera, um, this belongs to the family Fabaceae, and it is found throughout in India and in growing in and along tanks and lakes. The stems erect or trailing and floating. The stems thick and spongy. The leaves are shortly petiolate, and the flowers are yellow and sepals are hairy. Its medicinal uses include its aerial part juice is given to cure cough and cold fever, and the dried young shoot powder with half teaspoon powdered sugar candy is given to increase the consistency of semen. Bacopa monnieri. Bacopa monnieri belongs to the family Scrophulariaceae. It is widely distributed in India. Perennial or annual herbs found in marshy places, the banks of pools and along the streams and ditches. The stems creeping with the ascendant or erect branches. Leaves are decusate, succulent, and the flowers are pedicellate, white to pink or pale violet. The plant contains hersaponine, which is used in medicine as a potent diuretic, cardiac tonic, and tranquilizer. And the plants boiled in water are used as purgative or skin lotion. A medicated ghee prepared from the plant is found to be beneficial for epilepsy and hysteria. The powdered dried leaves gave satisfactory result in case of asthenia and the nervous breakdown and other low dynamic conditions. In Pakistan, the herbal drug Brahmi booty is used to treat skin diseases, leprosy, epilepsy, eczema, asthma, hoarseness of the voice, and diseases of the nervous system. And it has also reported that Brahmi is an excellent remedy to lower anxiety and blood pressure and to increase memory power through a clinical trial with 35 patients. This plant is also used as a potent antioxidant. Centella asiatica belongs to the family Apiaceae. It is widely distributed in India and the tropical Asia and Africa. A prostrate perennial aromatic herb growing wild along stream sides, paddy fields, and other wet places. The stem are radius and leaves in rosettes, inflorescence single and axillary umbel. The fresh plant dissolved in dry vegetable preparation or salad is used to increase memory power. It is also commonly used as porridge for feeding preschool children in combating nutritional deficiencies. The fresh plant ground to make a paste which is boiled in 1 glass of cow milk and taken in the early morning for 7 days to cure jaundice and leukorrhea. The fresh tender leaves are chewed and taken to relieve from acidity and peptic ulcer. And the infusion of the plant is used in India and Madagascar in the treatment of leprosy. It is one of the local herbs that is claimed to possess various physiological effects, and it occupies an important place in the indigenous system of medicine as a tonic in skin diseases and leprosy. It is also commonly used for wound healing in many places, memory improvement, treatment of mental fatigue, bronchitis, asthma, dysentery, kidney trouble, urethritis, allergy, leukorrhea, and toxic fever. And it is also used as a constituent of brain tonics for the mentally retarded. It is having the property to promote fibroblast proliferation and collagen synthesis, etc. Then coming to Centipeda minima, it belongs to Asteraceae family, and in India this species is distributed in Kerala, Tamil Nadu, Karnataka, Madhya Pradesh, Assam, Punjab, Mizoram, Rajasthan, and Uttar Pradesh. Short-lived annual found in wet places, marshy banks, and submerged in shallow water. And the flowering as the water recedes, the stem erect or spreading from a single taproot. The leaves alternate, numerous flowering heads sessile, solitary, yellow, sepsessile, minute, four-angled and bristly on the angles. The promotes sneezing and thus it promotes sneezing and thus relieves nasal congestion. Also used to treat swellings and inflammation. Based on the record in the Pharmacopoeia of China, the dried herb is used to treat nasal allergies, rhinitis, and sinusitis, coughs, and headaches. In addition, it is used in the Chinese folk medicine to treat nasopharyngeal carcinoma. Recent pharmacological interest has focused on its anti-allergy and antibacterial effects. The phytochemical studies of its composition have led to the identification of a number of terpenes, including sesquiterpene, lactones, and tritterpenes. The former class contain the major active constituents contributing to the anti-allergy and antibacterial activities of the herb. And the fresh plant paste is applied externally to subside body swelling and inflammation. Then Camelina bengalensis belongs to Camelinaceae family. In India, it is widely distributed, perennial or annual, a widespread weed not confined to wetlands but often found in ditches, wet field and places subject to flooding, and the diffuse herbs rooting at lower nodes, rootstock with cleistogamous flowers and flowers are blue. The fried leaves are given as leafy vegetable to cure constipation. Warm leaf juice is dropped in ear to get relief from earache. The leaf juice with coconut oil is applied externally to cure leprosy and skin inflammations. The warm dried leaves are given to cure rheumatic pain. Then another example of wetland medicinal flora is Eclipta prostrata. It is belonging to the family Asteraceae. In India, it is widely distributed, usually annual, but also in very wet conditions. It will perennate by rooting at the nodes, common in and along the edges of pools, tanks, canals, ditches, and rice fields. Diffuse or ascending herbs, the stem and leaves sparsely strigous with bulbous based hairs and the head is white. The fresh plant crushed and expressed juice is taken against ulcer. A preparation obtained from the juice of the leaves boiled with sesame or coconut oil is used for anointing the hair to render the hair black and luxuriant. The leaves are used as vegetables in Java. They are used in some parts of India in chutneys. The herb is used as tonic and deodorant in hepatic and spleen enlargements and in skin diseases. The plant juice is administered in combination with aromatics for catarrhal jaundice. The expressed leaf juice, along with honey, is a popular remedy for catarrhal in infants. The fresh plant rubbed on the gums in toothache and applied with a little oil for relieving headache. The leaf juice is applied directly on scalp for better hair growth and darkening of hair. And the leaf juice is prescribed to cure mental disorders, poured into the nostril to get relief from headache. A mixture of leaf juice and a pinch of table salt are applied on eczema for healing, and the leaf decoction is applied on the affected area to relieve pain of scorpion sting. Then coming to the last one, which is Lindania crustacea, which belongs to the family Scrofulariaceae, and it is found in Africa, America, and tropical and subtropical Asia, and widely distributed in India. And it is found in low-lying pastures, river banks, rice fields after the harvest and drying out tanks. A glabrous, diffusely branched annual and leaves small, ovate, entire or serrate, and the flowers are purple or blue violet. And this is used for biliousness, affections, and dysentery in Indochina and in poultices for boils, sores, ringworm, and itches. In some parts of Kerala, the plant is crushed and the expressed juice is taken in early morning in empty stomach to clear stomach. The leaf paste with lemon juice is given orally to cure excess bile secretion, also applied externally on ringworm and boils, etc.